Not yet. I go.
Welcome to the Thunderdome in Chicago, Illinois. We're ready to kick off SFL action today as the Atlanta Swarm prepare to take on the Chicago Wildcats. You are watching the SFL Network presented by APM Music. Today being broadcast live from the SFL Convention. I am Mike Daggs, your play-by-play commentator today. Alongside me in the booth, the Hall of Famer, the Bronze Bomber, Matt Willson. We've got Jeff Melenishyn with us on stats today. Matt, how you doing today, partner?
Good. I was going to be at the Hall of Fame last night.
Incredible Hall of Fame ceremony last night. It was an honor to be present to watch you achieve your Hall of Fame status. But now we've got work to do. We've got a show to put on for all these people here at the convention and everyone joining us at home around the world. Matt, we've got the Swarm who finished 5-7 last season.
Damn.
Off against the Wildcats.
This is it.
3-9. Neither team accomplished quite what they wanted to achieve last season. But
we won't tail.
Today they made some off-season adjustments, and we are ready to each team made to the roster. But for now, let's head down to the field for kickoff and get this thing going. Chicago will get the ball first. Atlanta set up to kick off. Alex Kidd has the ball teed up, and we are ready to go here in Chicago. Kick is off, returned back to the 30-yard line, where the Chicago offense will take over. Quarterback E.T. King leading his offense out onto the field. 4 receivers set to get things going. King back to pass, throws over to the left-hand side, complete.
That's a nice out route. We got torched by those all day last night if you watched the game, so Atlanta better be ready.
Tight end Brandon Null with the reception. Brings up a 2nd down and 4. King under center. J. Calvin Kim, the halfback, in the backfield. Split back set. King to throw. Going deep down the middle. Into coverage, and it is picked off. Intercepted by the Swarm. Aaron Lee with the interception.
Aaron Lee just seems to be playing in the middle of the zone here, and yeah, Barnes just loses track of him. Oops. And now that sets up BDG Hollywood and the rest of the offense in good field position.
So coming onto the field for the Atlanta Swarm, quarterback Marcus Dunhill, rookie, drafted in the 1st round, the 10th overall pick. Ball is snapped, handed off, runs up the middle, right back to the line of scrimmage where he's tackled for no gain on the play.
That will be the last time we see Hollywood tonight, I guarantee you, but probably not the way he wanted to start the game. Although when you have a rookie quarterback, you want to make it easy on him, especially in his first game ever.
Taking a look at the Atlanta offense, quarterback Marcus Dunhill, halfback is BDG Hollywood. The receivers Siege Falco, another rookie, LB Allen III, and Drew Chisholm make up the receivers. Loss on that play brings up a 3rd down and 12.
Well, now we're going to see what the rookie's made of. Chicago's keying on that run game, and the rookie's got to prove himself. Here's first ever SFL pass.
Dunhill back to throw, has time, going deep down the left-hand side, nearly intercepted, in and out of the hands of Jesse Vick. another rookie cornerback for the Chicago Wildcats. Brings up a 4th down and 12, and Atlanta's going to have to punt it back to Chicago.
Not the best pass ever in your career, but hey, at least it wasn't an interception.
Matt, we've got a crowd watching at home. We've got a crowd right here in front of us at the convention. How is everybody doing this afternoon? Come on, these microphones need to pick you up so they can hear you out there in the world. Let's hear some noise here at the convention. There you go. Punt is away. It's going to bounce down to the 10, down to the 2. Oh, and it's going to be stopped right at the 4-yard line of Chicago. A beautiful, beautiful punt by Otis Jenkins.
That's some great special teams. I lost the ball in the cover there, in the shade, so good job on them.
E.T. King leading his offense back out onto the field. Take a look at the Chicago offense. J. Calvin Kim at running back. Receivers Kendall Gilbert, Corey Carter, Alex Zeli, and Shan Varner at tight end. Kim takes the ball up the middle for a gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
It didn't look like much, but that's a very good start for Chicago. They don't want to be pinned deep in their own end too far because, safeties are a thing.
Power eye set for Chicago on 2nd down. Hands off to Kim up the middle, immediately wrapped up and tackled.
Running east-west, not the way to go when you're in the shadow of your own goal line.
Brings up a 3rd down and long from their own 7-yard line. Four receiver set. Kim alone in the backfield. Ball is handed off again, runs it up the middle. Gain of only 1 will bring up a 4th down and 6. Matt, are you surprised to see that they just ran it again? I mean, I know they're backed up to their own 7, but a 3rd down and long, I think you might want to throw there.
Yeah, you got a veteran like E.T. King on the field. This isn't a rookie. You got to trust him. Now the Swarm are going to have excellent field position, barring some unfortunate circumstance.
Malcolm Perrin backed up all the way to the back of his own goal to punt. Punt is away. L.B. Allen III set to receive from his own 39-yard line. Returns it all the way up to his 33, where Chicago will take back over on offense. Dunhill under center, hands the ball. Oh, so he's back to pass. Going deep over the middle, and it is incomplete.
Well, 0 for 2 so far, but I'm sure he'll... I'm actually surprised by that call on 1st down. You want to get in your kicker's range, and maybe they were just trying to go for the jugular.
Well, they got the ball back in great field position. I think they just wanted to try to take advantage of that and see if they could make a big play happen. See what they do here on 2nd down. 3 receiver set out to the left side. Dunhill's under pressure and sacked.
And that's what you don't want to do. That's why I'm in favor of running the ball, getting it into field goal range, and then letting your rookie have at it. Now he's got a 3rd and 16. Heck, might as well just uncork it.
Yep, 3rd down and 16. Out of field goal range at this point, don't you think?
Way out of field goal range.
Dunhill back to throw, looking deep over the middle again. Has a man. Oh, he dives and it's incomplete. Wide open, and he overthrows him. Matt, I think that's what you sometimes get out of a rookie quarterback, even one taken with the 10th overall pick.
Yeah, rookie jitters there. He just got to set his feet and float it nicely into him. He tried to throw a rocket. Didn't work. And unfortunately, now they're way out of field goal range.
To be gifted with great field position like that and then to have to send your punter on is truly a heartbreaker. But Otis Jenkins should be able to pin Chicago deep again if he has another good punt. Punt is away, coming down right about the same spot it did last time, and once again down at the 5-yard line, only a yard worse than the last punt.
Well, the Swarm are winning the battle of field position. Let's see if they can do anything with it. Their defense has to step up.
E.T. King and company back out on the field. See if they can get anything going here on their second drive. Matt, do you think they're going to go with the same approach and just run? Or
I would run it on first down, and we'll see what happens.
King back to throw. Screen over to the right-hand side, complete for a gain of 4.
That's better. 4 valuable yards. Now we play much more open. You really no risk taking a safety unless you do something really weird.
Yeah.
So,
nice, easy open check down to Kim. Gains 4, gives them a little bit of breathing room. At least they're 10 yards away from their own goal line now. Second down and 6. King back to pass. Another check down to Kim on the right-hand side.
Oh!
Blown up that time. Crushed by Josh Vasquez.
Maybe our first red tent candidate of the day.
It's going to bring up a third down and an easily manageable 3 yards.
And they're not running, I guarantee it.
Doesn't look like a run here. King in the gun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Making a last-second change at the line. Back to throw. Out route to the left-hand side. Complete. And enough for the first down. Called in by Kendall Gilbert.
Oh, please, Chicago, don't show me many more of those. I'm having flashbacks from last night.
Take a look at the Atlanta defense. Defensive ends Andrew Hawkins and Jose Fuentes. At linebacker, Aquinas Shine. Cornerbacks, Patrick Ketsa and Josh Vasquez. And at safety, Aaron Lee and Mahmoud Ajulani coming over from Vancouver. King under center. He will pass on first down. Another swing route out to Kim. Breaks the tackle. Can't break the second one. Leveled on the play by Aaron Lee.
Well, if it wasn't in the tent before, he sure is now, folks. That was a heck of a hit for Mr. Lee. Looks like Chicago's running a lot of quick strike offense. They don't want those 2 ends getting in, causing some major pressure. But I mean, look at this set.
Got a power run formation here for sure. But he's going to throw out of it. Another quick pass over to the left-hand side. Again, finding Kim. No gain that time. Brings up a third down and 5.
This dink and a dunk stuff works for a little while, but eventually you got to uncork one down the field to keep the defense honest. Otherwise, they're going to be cheating up, and that affects your short passing game and your running game.
Third down and 5 from the Chicago 22-yard line. King in the gun, flanked by 2 players each side. King throwing over the middle, quick pass. It is incomplete. Brings up a 4th down and 5. Was trying to find Corey Carter on that play.
Let's take a look at this replay here. Carter might have got interfered with. I don't know. The Zebras put the... I don't know. It's a close play, but he couldn't haul it in.
Carter, in his second season in the league, he actually took last season off, was previously with Alaska in Season 9. Season 9, he had 541 yards and a touchdown. Chicago hoping to get some production out of Allen. Takes the ball at his own 40-yard line, brings it up to the 42, where Marcus Dunhill will lead his offense back out onto the field for their next possession.
And again, Atlanta winning that field position battle. But they haven't done anything with it yet, so let's see if they can get Hollywood involved and the rookie can complete his first pass.
3 attempts so far, no completions. The rookie jitters. He had that one guy wide open, Matt. Right over the middle.
Just floated in.
Floated away. 3 receivers set, 2 backs in the backfield. Dunhill hands the ball off, running up to the left side. He's untouched. 40, 30, 20. He could go 10, 5, and we have our first touchdown of the day. BDG Hollywood to the house.
I highlighted this man earlier. He's their major weapon, and that's why. Great runs like that. He just takes this run to the outside, and really great blocking. I mean, he's untouched. I probably could do that. Even our quarterback could have scored.
Well, I've seen you run. I don't know if you... Well, yeah, sure, you could have done that.
Believe, Mike, anything's possible.
I've got faith in you, Matt. I always do. Alex Kidd on for the extra point attempt.
taking their...
Snap the hold. The kick is up, and it is through. We have an early 7-0 lead for the visiting Swarm.
And now Chicago's got to get up their snide and get going here. Their offense has been dormant. I don't know if it's because they're close to the end zone. I don't know what, but let's see if they keep dunking it or if they actually want to throw a deep ball.
Kidd kicking the ball off. Chicago set to receive. Back from their own 10-yard line. Brings it up to the 27. E.T. King coming back onto the field, trying to answer for this hometown audience here in Chicago. Get this game tied back up.
And he needs to be the veteran, step up and say, calm down, guys. You got a lot of time left. Let's just go get 3 points at least.
King in the gun, back to pass. Has all day to throw. Check down over the middle. Complete. Short gain on the play brings up a 2nd down and 7.
That was almost intercepted. There's some dangerous throws being it.
Pass was hauled in by Austin Matrullo. Offset eye here on 2nd down. King will hand the ball off to Kim, who runs straight into the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Gains about a yard.
And what a difference from Hollywood to Kim. And they've had about the same amount of touches.
King alone in the gun. 4 receivers set. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. King back to pass. Quick pass over the middle into traffic. Hauled in. Somehow caught for the 1st down. Shan Varner was the target on the play.
Well, if one guy's got to step up, might as well be your owner.
You know, and Shan with 336 yards and only a touchdown last season, they're going to be looking for more production out of the tight end position, I would think, this season to get more things going. It's good to get that tight end targeted early and often, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely better than the dinking and dunking they were doing earlier. And I think they've taken my advice because they're in the gun again.
King back to pass. Looking, throwing deep down the middle. Oh, nearly intercepted. Bounced in and out of the hands of about 3 Atlanta defenders.
I think Aquana Shine was there on that play. One of the very best in the SFL.
Second down and 10 from the Chicago 44-yard line. 3:08 to go here in the first quarter. Power eye set. King will hand the ball off to Kim. There's a flag on the play. 3-yard gain depending on the outcome of this penalty.
It just might be holding.
And it is a holding call on Chicago. Crowd not liking that one.
Oh boy, yeah, and that's a big blow to Chicago. They were working a nice drive down the field.
Yeah, that's tough. 2nd down and 20 now.
You don't need to get it all back. Just get about 10 or 11 would be perfect.
Yeah, shoot for half. Try to get half back, and then you at least have a half back. Try to get half back, and then you have at least a 3rd down and, well, not 3rd down and 20. I formation, 3 receivers set. King back to throw. Quick out to the left-hand side. Caught by Kendall Gilbert. Gains only 5, so they gained half of the half that you wanted them to gain there.
Yeah, I don't think that's good enough. 15 yards are hard to come by in the SFL, and you don't want a turnover happening. And Atlanta getting another great start.
5 receivers set. King alone in the gun. Back to pass. Going deep over the middle. In and out of the hands of the defense. Yet again, Aaron Lee almost had a pick. Alex Zeli was the target on the play.
This defense has been, quote, swarming the Chicago offense. They're all over the place. running the ball. Every time King tries to throw someone open, it's not there. So, again, they're going to give Atlanta, I would say, pretty good field position.
Malcolm Perrin on to punt again. Sending it back to the Atlanta Swarm. Atlanta looking to get even a bigger lead here. Taking the punt back at their own 25, bringing it up to the 30-yard line, where the Swarm will take over on offense.
Hopefully BDG Hollywood taking the oxygen mask off to that great run he had a little while ago.
First down and 10 from the Atlanta 30, rookie Marcus Dunhill under center. BDG Hollywood in the backfield behind him. 58-yard touchdown run the last time he got the ball. Dunhill back to throw, has time, throws it over the middle. Dangerous pass in and out of the hands of the Chicago defense.
And Dunhill trying to get off the snide, still hasn't completed a pass yet, but it will come.
Take a look at the Chicago defense. We have Clint Hendershot, Dylan Rowland at linebacker. Safeties Blake Hamrick and rookie Jesse Vick. At safety, A.J. Barnes and Maurice Spurgeon. Now, Matt, Dylan Rowland playing for the Chicago defense. Do you know where he played last season?
Atlanta.
The Atlanta Swarm going up against his old team. Dunhill back to throw. Going deep over the right-hand side. Complete.
There you go, Dunhill.
Up to midfield. Makes his first completion to Siege Falco, the rookie-to-rookie connection.
That's something they'd like to see. Maybe a foundation to build on for years to come.
Falco drafted in the second round, 28th pick overall. Hollywood, 55 yards so far today. Now, most of those were on that one big run that he had. Dunhill under center, hands the ball off to Hollywood. Stopped again at the line.
So far, feast or famine for the Swarm. Either they get 50 or they get nothing. But that's core part of their game plan, running the ball. So hoping for some more feasting.
Second down and 10. 3 receivers set, 2 backs in the backfield. Dunhill changing the play at the line. Dunhill to pass over the middle, has a man. Second completion.
All right, he's getting settled in. He's starting to fling the ball around. It's got to make Swarm fans a lot happier now that they're seeing their rookie produce.
Boo Chisholm hauls it in for another first down.
Who else would it be but Boo Chisholm? One of the fixtures on this Atlanta offense.
First down and 10 from the Chicago 31. The Chicago defense really needs to step up so they don't get too far behind in this game. Ball handed off to Hollywood on the left-hand side. Finds another gaping hole all the way down to the 13-yard line before he's finally brought down.
That deja vu, I think that was a similar play. Hollywood took it more inside than outside, but you're still able to get significant yardage.
Untouched until A.J. Barnes is able to wrap him up, saving the touchdown.
And again, it's easy to run through holes like this. I mean, this is classic big, ugly offensive line play.
That's the end of the first quarter. Your score, Atlanta Swarm 7, Chicago Wildcats nothing. First down and 10 from the Chicago 13-yard line to start the second quarter. Dunhill under center, 3 receivers over to the right-hand side, back to throw, looking, throws into quadruple.
Oh, no.
What do you say for 5? I think there was 5, 6.
I think it's quintuple.
Quintuple coverage by the Chicago defense, incomplete.
That's why I'm here, for the snazzy, quintuple, sextuple, I know them all.
Well, let's leave the sextuple out of our broadcast, Matt. This is a family program. Dunhill under center, second down and 5 from the Chicago 13-yard line, 3 seconds into the second quarter. Dunhill back to throw, has time, throws it out of bounds to BGG Hollywood. Hollywood just got a little too far away from him.
That's okay. You don't want to turn the ball over
At least it was a safe throw, not
Yes.
into the quintuple coverage again.
You're already up 7. Even a field goal here is give you a little bit of breathing room. You don't want to throw it all away.
Absolutely. 2-score game's a 2-score game, right?
Exactly. Math is good.
Dunhill under center. 4 receiver set. Hollywood in the backfield. Dunhill back to throw. Steps up into the pocket. Throwing deep. Almost picked off. It looked like he was targeting Chicago on that play. Siege Falco was the intended target.
Hey, be nice to the rookie, you know. He might not know his own team's colors yet.
He's learning. It's a process. Trust the process.
Yes, as we say in Buffalo, trust the process.
Alex Kidd on for the 30-yard field goal try. Ball is centered on the field. The kick is up, and it is through. Brings your score, Atlanta 10, Chicago nothing.
And like we were saying before, that's so critical because 10 points is 2 possessions anyways.
You are watching the SFL Network on YouTube, presented by APM Music.
Follow the SFL on Twitter at SimulationFL, on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. You're already here, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing the internet, and make sure you never miss a live broadcast. Thank you for supporting the SFL.
Chicago will take back over on offense at their own 30-yard line. Nice return.
Yeah, number 18. Who is he, Mike?
It's Corey Carter, Matt.
The infamous Corey Carter.
Why is he infamous?
Because he's Corey Carter. That's all you need to know.
There you go. E.T. King under center. J. Calvin Kim lined up behind him in the backfield. King to pass. Swing route out to the outside to Kim. Good gain on the play of 7. Brings up a 2nd down and 3 up to the 38-yard line.
Still going back to the swing passes. Those do work, but the farther you get behind, the less effective they can become. If you have the lead, it's great. You're running the ball, running the clock, moving the ball, but Chicago needs to get going. They need a big play bad.
Yeah, gain 7 on that one, but you want to get bigger chunks at this point. I mean, we start early in the second quarter, obviously a lot of game left, but you don't want to get down more than 2 scores. Kim runs over to the left-hand side, tackled for a loss on the play. Is going to bring up a 3rd down and 6.
That Atlanta defense, 0.2 yards a carry. I think that's my quarterback's running average. I don't know. I think I get somewhere around that.
King in the gun, 4 receivers set here on 3rd down and 6. King to pass, has time over the middle, complete for the 1st down. Brings it all the way up to the 42-yard line. Corey Carter, your boy.
The infamous Corey Carter.
The infamous. I don't know if can we really call him infamous already? It's week 1.
Yes.
Okay.
I can do whatever I want.
Okay, well, there you go. You are in the Hall of Fame. I mean,
what are you going to do? Kick me out?
I don't know. Is there a process for that?
Trust the process, Mike. Trust the process.
We're going to have to look into that. See if there is a process. King, especially after your game last night. King back to throw. Man open on the left-hand side, but he steps out of bounds. Kendall Gilbert. Incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10.
But again, you're seeing the same old offense. Short passes. Nothing down the middle of the field. Got to loosen that defense up, man. They're just playing. The safeties don't even care.
Maybe get that tight end involved some more.
Yeah, he is also a very good player, Mr. Varner.
King hands the ball off to Kim. Runs right back into the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 9 from the 43.
Well, he got a yard. It helps his average.
Expecting to see a pass here on 3rd down and 9. Got to make something happen. They really don't want to give the ball back to Atlanta again, with Dunhill starting to find his groove. King in the gun, 4 receivers set. Flag, you got a free play. Pump fake, throws over the middle.
It's caught.
Believe he caught it for the first down.
Yes, he did.
Offsides on Atlanta. That penalty will be declined.
It's that's veteran quarterbacking right there. You draw him off, free play, take at least a medium shot down the field.
Yep. When you have that free play, it's a little easier to throw it into that quintuple coverage or whatever you called it.
Yes, quintuple.
Quintuple.
I went to college.
No more numbers than that. Yeah. We covered that last night in the Hall of Fame ceremony. If you missed the Hall of Fame ceremony, watch the playback. It was definitely a good event. King hands the ball off to Kim. Started heading off to the left. That didn't work. Check the right. That didn't work. Gain of 1 up to the Atlanta 44-yard line.
This defense is smothering Chicago. Right now, King's rating hits at a lovely 53, Sam.
King back to throw. Out route to the right-hand side. Complete.
Oh.
Believe he found Shan Varner on that play. But he was tackled 2 yards short. Brings up a 3rd down and 2.
And that'll help him a little bit. Maybe this will make this. Oh. So this key 3rd down, they got to get back to Kim.
King back to pass. 3rd down and 2. Going deep down the left-hand side. And it's picked off again. Jumping in front of it, Pat Ketsa getting the ball back for the Swarm.
Take a look at this coverage by Ketsa. Playing at zone, backpedaling, and he just reads. Oh, my goodness.
Way to just jump right up and get right in front of it.
He got mossed. When the defense mosses your passes, it doesn't feel good. I know. I know from experience. Thanks, Alaska.
Matt still reeling from the beating that we got last night from the Alaska Storm. 1st down and 10 for Atlanta from their own 15-yard line. Dunhill hands it off to Hollywood. Gains 4, running up the right side. 2nd down and 6.
And see, that's the production that Chicago wants to get out of Kim, but they're just not getting it. The defense is just too. They're just there.
Yeah, if you can get 4 yards per run play.
Well, 4 times 3 is 12, sir.
Well, I'm leaving the math to you, but if you say so. Dunhill not playing the part of a rookie. He's making changes right here at the line early in his first game. Back to pass. Going deep down the middle. Has a man open. He didn't overthrow him this time. 1st down all the way up to midfield. Boo, Chisholm.
And yes, Chisholm had to reach out to grab that, but, just be safe. You're a rookie. Just throw it about to where he is. That's, it's a little behind, or actually a little ahead of him.
A little ahead of him, yeah.
But
if he had caught him in stride, that was going to the house, but at least it didn't sail over his head like it did the last time.
And again, Chicago in a bad situation as far as field position.
6 minutes to go here in the first half. Dunhill under center. Oh, under pressure. Throws, gets the ball away, complete. Brings it up to the 45-yard line. Will bring up a 2nd down and 3.
Who says throws to the fullback can't be effective?
Peyton Chisholm on the reception.
Must be the little brother of Boo Chisholm. Not quite as many as there are Daggs, but 2 Chisholms are better than 1, I would say.
It's a different spelling of Chisholm, so.
Oh.
Dunhill to throw on 2nd down and 3. Quick pass over to the right-hand side. Incomplete. Pass was out of bounds. Intended target on the play was once again Boo Chisholm. The real Chisholm.
Yeah. I was going to say once again. No, it was the other Chisholm last time.
Well, they've targeted Chisholm before.
Yes, they have. So many Chisholms, so little time.
3rd down and 3. Dunhill under center. Trips formation to the right-hand side. Dunhill hands the ball off to Hollywood, who runs it up the middle. Gaping hole. He is gone. 20, 10, 5. Put it on the board. Touchdown, Atlanta Swarm.
Chain a little Colin Northrup there, I believe. And look at the blocking for Hollywood again. Where are the defenders?
Just running through untouched.
And then he's got the afterburners, and yeah, they're done. Not a good sequence of events for Chicago. As that was 123 yards on the day for Hollywood. I mean, that's some players' entire games. And we're midway through the second quarter.
Extra point is up and through. 17-0 here in Chicago.
The Simulation Football League is presented by APM Music and is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com today and search through thousands of tracks to boost the quality of your stream just like us.
Oh, look out. We got a kick return.
He is gone. He's going to return this one to the house. That is how you get on the board, Chicago.
Isn't that the infamous one?
Corey Carter right on cue.
I told you he was infamous, and that's why, folks. Look at that juke. And he was gone.
If you can't get it done on offense, get it done on special teams. One way or another, Chicago will get back into this game. Jesus Garcia on for the extra point try. Bring this back to a 10-point game. Kick is up and it's through. 17-7 here in Chicago. And Matt, that's a possible momentum shifter right there. I mean, you're down by now 3 scores. Kick it off to Corey Carter, and right to the house he goes, and right back in the game just like that. Now the defense has to step up and get them the ball back. I'm sure Chicago would love to get it back to a 1-score game before halftime.
Stop Hollywood, make the rookie earn it.
Yep, absolutely. Hollywood's going to keep running all over you if you let him. You gotta see what Dunhill really can do on his own. Ball's returned up to the 32-yard line, and Atlanta will take back over.
Here comes Dunhill. Let's see if they're going to give Hollywood the ball again. Very inviting formation.
Dunhill under center, hands the ball off to Hollywood, runs up the right side, breaks one tackle, can't break the second or the third. 3-yard gain up to the 34, averaging 15.6 yards per carry, Matt.
Yeah, that's impressive. What can I say? They should keep giving him the ball.
1.5 first downs per carry.
And that's why Chicago needs to stuff the box and stop this man. And they're playing off.
Dunhill hands it off to Hollywood again untouched all the way up to the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39-yard line, brings up a 3rd down and 2.
But again, did you see how off Chicago was playing? So Hollywood could run 2, 3, 4 yards and not be touched.
Shout out to Major Key in the chat. No more dreams of a shutout today, he says. Nope, not going to happen. Chicago's on the board. 3rd down and 2. Dunhill hands the ball off to who else? Hollywood runs up the middle, and he fights his way up for the 1st down to the 44-yard line.
That's the recipe for success. Hollywood, Hollywood, and more Hollywood.
And Matt, it's kind of fitting. We actually have giant letters behind us here. Spells out Hollywood right over our heads. It's an omen.
It's not a paid advertisement, I promise you.
Want to thank Show Business Studios, this beautiful venue that they have for us here at the convention today. It's been a great weekend so far, and we're not even halfway through it. Dunhill back to throw on 1st down, over to the left-hand side. Caught for a gain of 4.
Similar route to what Chicago is running. The big difference is Hollywood and the defensive front that Chicago is giving Hollywood.
Tight end Orlando Odison on the reception. Right up to midfield, 3 minutes to go. Clock ticking here in the first half. 4 receivers set, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Dunhill back to throw. Quick pass over to the right-hand side. Oh, nearly picked off. In and out of the hands of Blake Hamrick.
And that's why you want to stop Hollywood. Now they have to pass, I would assume. And you put all the pressure on the rookie, this first ever SFL start. It's not easy, I tell you. I think I lost my first start. And again, I've been hit so many times, I don't remember.
Trips formation to the left-hand side. Dunhill under center. Dunhill back to throw. Throwing over to the right-hand side. Oh, my gosh, in and out of the hands of the receiver. Boo Chisholm, that you don't see very often, Matt.
The vet's got to help out the rookie. That's why you're here. Let's take a look at this pass and see if it was off in any way. It looked good. He hit him in the hands.
I don't think it was tipped.
No.
Hamrick was right there.
Right there. He hit him in the hands. He dropped it.
Well, I know as a quarterback, that's got to just eat at your heart and
that's
soul.
a great play call for your rookie quarterback. He's wide open, and one of your franchise players just can't quite bring it in. It happens to the best of us. I know good old T.O. dropped a couple in his hands, but you want to help out your friend as much as you can on the field.
Jenkins on to punt. Chicago hoping they can get something going here with a couple minutes left to go. Returned up to the 20 where their offense will take back over.
Do I smell a comeback, Mike?
I think you might.
It smells like chicken.
Matt, this is the SFL convention weekend. If we don't have a good game, I mean, it'd be a tragedy.
And a travesty.
A travesty of justice. That's what I was looking for, but the words left me. Thank you.
That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here.
That's
the only reason you're here.
I'm well read in Shakespeare. That's why I know how to pronounce Montague.
Yes. Will you stop? King back to throw on first down. Swing route over to Kim again. Complete, but for a loss of 3. That you can't have.
As a famous, I believe, paid commercial person would say, stop the madness. It's not working, guys. Go down the field. Yeah, you have a chance here. Even a field goal, you're down by 1 score.
We've only seen a couple passes over the middle out of King. I'd like to see a couple more. Okay, a lot more.
A lot more.
Josh Vasquez on the field. Cornerback for Atlanta. Highlighted there. King back to throw. There you go. Down over the middle. Well, maybe that's why they're not doing it. Incomplete pass. Mack had his hands right on the ball.
Mack. Now, which Mack is this?
It's Tyson Mack, inside linebacker.
I didn't know if it was Landon Mack or not. He left the team, our team, the Mexico City Aztecs, so no relation, I guess. Here we go.
Brings up a third down and a long 13, 5 receiver set. King in the gun.
He's good looking. Oh.
Incomplete pass over on the left-hand side. 4th down and 13. And that's not what you want to have happen when you're trying to get that comeback going that we're talking about.
I mean, they're throwing it down the field, but I don't know. I can't complain. They threw it to the middle of the field, covered. Threw it to the outside, deep post, covered. What do you do? Atlanta's defense is just killer right now. You need another great kick return, I think.
Perrin punts from his own 5. Punt is away. Gets it down to about the 45. Returns it up to midfield. Dunhill coming back out onto the field to see what he can do.
And I think we're going to find on this drive if Atlanta scores whether I smelled a comeback or fried chicken. Somehow they smell similar.
Well, they are still serving lunch here at the convention.
I haven't
For
eaten
everybody
in
here,
days.
if you're still hungry, there's food. If you're not here, shame on you. Dunhill hands the ball off to Hollywood. Oh, he doesn't get through that time.
And I think
the Chicago defense waking up.
Hollywood is, at least on that play, looked kind of slow. So I'll continue that thought after this 2-minute break.
Brings us to the 2-minute warning. You're watching the SFL Network on YouTube. Second down and 12. Ball handed off to Hollywood. Bounces off the line, but then tackled for a loss. Brings up a third down and 13.
Chicago does have an excellent group of linebackers. So if Hollywood starts slowing down and they put the pressure on the rookie, it's ripe for a comeback.
Crowd on their feet here in Chicago. Dunhill under center, trips formation to the left-hand side. Dunhill back to throw. Going deep over the middle. Has a man. He's down at the 10. 5. Tackled at the 5 with 1:20 to go.
Chicago sent the blitz.
L.B. Allen III with the reception. I thought he was gone.
They sent the blitz. It was picked up. The rookie was calm. Delivered one right on the money, and he almost scored a touchdown.
First down and goal from the 5-yard line. Dunhill under center. Hollywood takes the handoff back to the line. Gains 1. No huddle.
They really don't need to hurry up here. They have all the 3 timeouts, but maybe they see a set they like.
Dunhill to throw. And it's picked off. That's why you don't throw. That's why you don't hurry. Blake Hamrick with the interception, saving the day for Chicago.
That's what you don't want to do. You got a rookie, play it safe, run the ball, kick your field goal, and be up 20-7.
And Dunhill just made that way too easy for Hamrick. He just stood there, watched the ball come in, and brought it in.
Here's where your veteran quarterback's got to step up and lead your team down the field.
King pitches the ball out to Kim, runs on the right-hand side. Way too many defenders there. Can't get anything going. 40 seconds. Second down and 13.
Well, that's not pretty for Kim. Not even 0.1 yards. Moment of silence for Jake Helvin Kim right now.
And that's enough. Kim not able to get anything going quite yet today. Chicago backed up to their own 17-yard line. Looks like they might be content to just take this score into halftime.
I don't understand it. You got to be aggressive here, I figure, but
King throws it over to the left-hand side, hauled in by Gilbert. Gets out of bounds, third down and 6.
As one of my favorite YouTube streamers would say, questionable call. Questionable.
What kind of play do you expect to see here, Matt? Third down and 6, 10 seconds to go.
Out route.
King under center. Hands the ball off to Kim, runs it up the middle. Can't get anything going, and Atlanta calls a timeout.
See, this is what I like. You're stepping on the throw. At least you get a chance for a return on the punt. And who knows what will happen. Anything can happen. It's the SFL. It's where excitement happens. We have seen a blocked punt or two. So if I'm Atlanta, I'm sending the house. Even my returner, maybe.
Malcolm Perrin on to punt yet again. We've called his name quite a bit today, Matt.
He's getting a workout.
Perrin punts it away. Allen waiting for it at his own 35-yard line. Spin move. But that will run out the clock. Your score at the half, Atlanta 17, Chicago 7. You are watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. We will be back after the half. And we are back to start the second half here in Chicago. Swarm 17, Wildcats 7. And the Swarm are going to get the ball back to start this second half. Already up 2 scores, Matt.
Long way to go. That's why I'm surprised they played it so conservative. They're not receiving the ball.
Kick is taken back at the 10, brought up to the 29-yard line, where Dunhill will take back over on offense to get things going here in the second half. 7 of 16, 126 yards, 43% completion percentage, and a pick. What do you think of the debut so far for Dunhill? I mean, they are up 17-7, but that's been on the feet of Hollywood.
A little, off and on, that kick in the end zone hurts.
Dunhill to throw on the first play of the second half. Oh, dangerous pass, but it is somehow caught for a gain of 5. Second down and 5. Pass hauled in by fellow rookie Siege Falco.
When you see those picks up there instead of touchdowns, it's hasn't been a great game for the quarterbacks.
Second down and 5 from the Atlanta 34-yard line. Dunhill hands the ball off to Hollywood. Gain of only 2 on that play before he is wrapped up and taken down.
Chicago, like I said, starting to lock in, but their offense needs to respond.
Dunhill under center, 3 receivers over to the left-hand side. He will throw on third down and 3. Quick out route to the left. It is caught by Siege Falco. All the way up to the 43-yard line for another Atlanta first down.
That time the rook put it right where it needed to be in stride, and Falco did the rest. Nice out, and right on the button. He got it and could immediately turn upfield.
Now, obviously, Matt, both team owners, Shannon and Mark, both want their individual teams to win, but they actually traveled here to the convention together. So, it's just a story of the SFL and how it's really, it's a community more than any individual team or individual person. Great to see Hollywood again breaking away. He is gone again. The man is possessed. Touchdown, Atlanta.
I talked about great blocking all game long. That was Hollywood just moving, juking, sliding, getting skinny. Look at these moves.
Clear hole up the middle yet again, Nag.
Yeah, he had to get skinny though. He had to do a little maneuver. I mean, look at that. Look at that crowd. He breaks a tackle, hurdles another guy, and just get out of my way. I'm heading to the end zone.
And if you're Chicago, that is not what you wanted to see coming out of the half. You knew you had to kick the ball back off to Atlanta, but you really needed to get that stop there so that you could get back into this game. But Atlanta capitalizes and scores. Extra point is away and through. The score is Atlanta 24, Chicago 7.
There's someone in the chat saying they're dead. They're not dead. I can see them moving. They're very much alive. The offense just needs to get moving. It might be dead. We'll find out.
Kick is away. Chicago takes it back at their own 10-yard line, returning it up to the 29.
Catch a pass. Do something, because Wildcats are in a little bit of desperation mode right now.
King 15 of 23, 65% completion percentage, 2 picks in the first half. He's got to get those interceptions under control, get some touchdowns on the board. King's going to hand the ball off to Kim. He breaks away over the left-hand side. He's past midfield, down to the 40, 30, where he is finally wrapped up and tackled at the 24-yard line. Kim finally getting some yards on the board.
He went from 0 to 4.9. Wow. Chicago's been looking for that all game long. Again, simply great blocking by the receivers, the O-line. Well, there's Shan. Maybe he didn't do too much, but great overall team effort.
Finally some blocking for Kim, getting things going. And that's got to be a little bit of a weight lifted off of his shoulders. He's been stuffed all game long and finally getting some yards on the board. Power eye set here on 1st down and 10 from the Atlanta 24-yard line. Kim wrapped up in the backfield that time, brought down for a loss of 2.
Just shows that lightning doesn't always strike twice. In fact, it usually doesn't strike twice.
Tackled on the play by Aquinas Shine. King alone in the backfield. 3 receivers set out to the left-hand side. Going deep, has a man open, caught for the touchdown.
Guess who?
Kendall Gilbert.
He does it all, folks. Then we got a touchdown from Carter. Then we got a touchdown from Gilbert. So now Chicago's back into it, and we shall find out if they can keep this momentum going.
Well, every time it looks like Atlanta might be running away with this one, Chicago suddenly has a lightning play and gets back into it. They just need to step up on defense. Oh, extra point nearly blocked, but it is up and through. 24-14 here in Chicago. Man, I mean, they're not out of it. They're not out of it by any means at all. I mean, it's only a 10-point game. Just 2 scores, plenty of time. But if the defense doesn't stop Atlanta, specifically BDG Hollywood, it's just going to be a long afternoon. They're going to be running around like crazy.
The defense will get tired.
Kick is away. Allen back to receive at the 9-yard line, returning it up to the 25. Spins his way up to the 28. Never a shortage of receivers on the field for Atlanta, but it seems to be BDG Hollywood's day. Dunhill under center, hands the ball off to Hollywood, runs it right up the middle. He can't ever get tackled at the line. Nearly went all the way again, all the way up to the 43 before he's finally brought down by Blake Hamrick.
Atlanta's doing the smart thing, though. They're multiple receivers spreads out the defense, and then Hollywood does, look at that spin move. Oof.
A spin, a juke. Nearly broke, nearly broke Hamrick's tackle. Hamrick slowed him down just enough to get a little bit of help from the linebacker. Otherwise, I think Hollywood was gone again. It would have made an easy guess of who the MVP of the game would have been. Although it still might already be. Nearly 200 yards and 3 touchdowns for BDG Hollywood. Dunhill to pass on 1st down, throws over to the right-hand side, has a man complete for a gain of 6. Caught by Falco. 2nd down and 4.
And again, in the state of this game, plays like that for Chicago aren't the best, but they're great for Atlanta. Running that clock, easy completion for your rookie, and a very manageable 2nd and 4.
Dunhill hands the ball off to Hollywood again. Finally, for I think the first time all game, stuffed right at the line. Tackled by Dylan Rowland, former teammate. Do you think there's some bad blood there? Is it bad blood, or is it just, now it's a rivalry?
I've only been on one team, so I can't tell you.
Well, I've been on 2, Queen City, and now joining you over in Mexico City. I have no bad blood. I love Queen City. Buffalo. Dunhill to pass on 3rd down and 3. Quick out is incomplete. Caught by Chisholm, but it was out of bounds. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 3 from midfield, and Atlanta will have to punt it back to Chicago. That's exactly the stop that the Chicago defense needed.
Wait a minute, there's a challenge on the play. Let's see if he got his 1 foot in. This could be another momentum shifter. Is this the clipping rough? I don't think so. Looks out to me.
I think the right foot was out of bounds before he got his hands on it. Ruling on the field does stand, so it will bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, he's trying to he slowed down as much as he could, but the rookie quarterback threw a little bit too far out.
So as we were saying, that's the stop that the Chicago defense needed.
Just a little delayed.
A delayed stop. Punt received back at the 14, brought up to the 15. Chicago offense going to look to bring this back to a 1-score game for the first time since early in the first quarter.
They can't be bashful now. They can't be too conservative. They got to, put the pedal in the metal here and, get in field goal range. Come on.
And maybe get Corey Carter a little bit more involved. He had an 80-yard kick return for a touchdown, but receiving-wise, 1 catch. He's been targeted 3 times, only 8 yards. Might need to see a little bit more out of him. King back to throw. Has all day in the pocket. Steps up, throwing down the middle, and is picked off. Intercepted by Aaron Lee. Brought back up to the Chicago 24, and that is absolutely devastating for what Chicago was hoping to do on that drive.
Pick number 2 for Lee. And he's just deep in the zone. Wow. She's
just severely underthrown.
But 2 swarm were there.
He had a man open if he had gotten a little bit more air under that ball.
The vet looking like the rookie today, unfortunately, for Chicago.
So 1st down and 10 for Atlanta from the Chicago 24. I think this is their best starting field position of the day. Dunhill back to throw, going deep down the right-hand side. Incomplete. Trying to hit Chisholm.
So
2nd down and 10.
Hit the quarterback in the pocket, get him rattled. Didn't hand it to Hollywood, so that's a win for you.
6.5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Still plenty of football left, but the defense that was just hoping to go and sip some Gatorade on the sidelines is now finding themselves back on the field, and critical that they at least hold them to a field goal here.
Yeah, he's for a game.
Hollywood with the handoff brings it up to the 19-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 5.
So it'll be interesting here from Atlanta. Do they do play it safe and give it just to Hollywood? If he gets it, he gets it. If not, you got an easy field goal, or do you trust the rookies who are picking the end zone? Be interesting to see.
Dunhill under center, 3 receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. Hollywood in the backfield. Dunhill stepping over to the left-hand side, checks it down to Hollywood, who is tackled for a loss of 1. Is going to bring up 4th down and 6, and we're going to see the field goal unit come back out onto the field. A key stop for Chicago.
Yeah, that's a fairly savvy move. He's running out of time. Instead of taking a 5-yard loss, he dumps it to the running back for a 1-yard loss. Make it as easy as possible for your kicker.
Alex Kidd on for the 36-yard field goal try. Kick is away, and it is through. 27-14 here in Chicago. Kidd been a pretty reliable kicker today. 3 of 3 on extra point tries. Now 2 field goals, 1 from 30, 1 from 36. And kicks the ball away. Chicago back to receive. Flag on the play, otherwise a return up to the 31-yard line. See what the call is. Likely a holding.
The refs aren't even like us today. They're turning their backs.
10-yard penalty on the play will bring it back to their own 22. You know, and when you're trying to mount a comeback over here, you really can't afford to be having penalties like that, you know, costing you 10 yards here and there. You know, fortunately, it was a holding call on the kickoff, so it's still 1st and 10.
Yeah, it's for the 22. It's not.
Yeah,
the
it's
end of
not
the
bad.
world.
It's, King back to throw on 1st down, checks it down to Kim, able to gain 3.
Yeah, Kim not very effective in the passing game, as we've seen.
Second down and 7 as we tick under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 4 receivers set for Chicago. King back to pass, looking, throws the out route to the right-hand side, complete for the 1st down. Hauled in by Shan Varner.
And they still have time to do that. It's only a 2-possession game. It's not even in the fourth quarter yet, 4 minutes to go. You don't have to take a giant risk, as we saw when they did earlier. It was a unfortunate interception.
I mean, you don't have to go for a touchdown on every play. You got to be smart. You got to be safe. But you know, at least try to gain 5, 6, 7 yards a play if you can.
Oh, everybody would love that. First downs everywhere.
King back to pass. Another out route to the right-hand side. Dangerous play. Could have almost been easily picked off by Josh Vasquez. Swats it down. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, it looked like the same play, but Atlanta's smart. They're like, oh, we've seen this before. They jumped it. And here we go with this full house formation.
King hands the ball off to Kim, trying to run his way right at the middle, gains 4 yards.
That makes it manageable. So now your out routes are back on the table. I wouldn't be too happy with a swing pass here, though. Got to make sure it's past the sticks.
Williams with the tackle. 3rd down and 6 as the clock ticks down to 4 minutes. King in the gun. 3 receivers split out wide to the right, 1 to the left. King back to pass, going deep down the right-hand side and nearly intercepted again. Alex Zeli, his intended target.
It's not pretty out there for the Chicago offense.
King seems to be underthrowing a lot of his passes today. You think it's just week 1 jitters, or what's going on?
I don't actually know. I mean, he's a vet. He's got to be ready to go, but I'd expect this more out of the Rook. I mean, a 46 rating is nothing to be thrilled about.
E.T. King with over 3,000 yards last season, 13 touchdowns, 72% completion percentage, but he did end the season with 17 picks. So his touchdown to interception ratio, not quite what you would hope to see out of your veteran quarterback.
Yeah, but even if he was completing those passes at that kind of clip, they'd be much farther along than they are in this game.
Marcus Dunhill leading his team back out onto the field. Still going with the heavy presence of receivers. Dunhill to throw. Going deep over the middle, has a man open, and it is complete up to the 44-yard line. 1st down and 10.
And that's the pass you expect King to make, but Javon Walker not being paid too much this season. Wow. He held on to the ball. That's all we can ask.
That's more than Boo Chisholm did for him earlier, man.
Yeah, let's forget about Boo. Everyone has the bad plays and the good plays. I once threw a backwards pass that went for a touchdown for the opposition. So.
I saw. I laughed at you that game.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I'm always happy to laugh at you anytime. Dunhill under center on 1st down. Hands it off to Hollywood. Slippery. It sneaks his way up again for another gain of 4.
Slipping, sliding.
202 yards on 19 carries. Man.
Oh. It's a lot. I mean, this isn't over 30 carries. This is a very small percentage when you consider running backs as a whole. So
Yeah.
we'll have to see if he. Look how far off Chicago's playing here. They give it to Hollywood. If he gets the right blocks, he could be going for another 30 yards.
Dunhill hands the ball off to Hollywood again. Not slippery enough that time. Tackled right at the line. Brought down by Dylan Rowland.
You know, luckily Rowland was there, but if he wasn't, there wasn't a lot of resistance on that second and third level.
Crowd here in Chicago on their feet, looking for another stop out of their defense. They want the Wildcats to get back in this game. Dunhill under center, back to pass on third down. Going down the left-hand side, has a man wide open, 10-5, touchdown. Atlanta Swarm.
That was too easy. Look at this route. Let's see. Is he covered? Hello? Chicago? Well, a last-ditch attempt, but you can't let the receiver, as a safety, you can't let them get behind you like that. You're the safety net. And there's just no one in the vicinity, so I might be smelling fried chicken tonight and not a comeback.
Not a comeback,
But there's still time.
I think we were smelling lunch. Unfortunately, Matt, lunch has already been put away.
I'm going to die.
We'll be fine.
Bye, SFL. It's nice knowing you.
I'm sure there's a nice burrito joint around here somewhere. Extra point is up and through. 34-14 Swarm over the Wildcats. You are watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music.
Join the world's fastest growing sim football community by jumping onto our Discord server. Use the Discord command in chat to keep up with schedules, news, notes, announcements, and polls. Jump off the sidelines and into the action here where we're loading legends at the SFL.
Carter brings the ball back up to the 31-yard line.
I don't know what to tell you if you're Chicago. You've tried running the ball, it doesn't work. Tried throwing it short, it's not fast enough. Tried throwing it deep, most places it gets picked off.
Well, when you got Kendall Gilbert, Corey Carter, Alex Zila, and Shan Barner on your offense, you know, Kim's just not getting it done today. 53 yards. He is averaging 4.1, but it's because of that long run he had of 48.
Take it away, and it's 5 yards on.
You know, I really think you need to maybe get a little bit more into the passing game, especially when, as a team, they've invested so heavily in the passing game. Between King, 3 receivers, and their tight end. And being down 20 points here almost at the end of the third quarter, might need to see a little bit more out of King. King back throw, checks it down over the middle, complete. Short gain on the play brings up a 3rd down and 3. Austin Matrullo with the reception. Getting their 4th receiver involved. But, you know, that might be what they need to do. Get all of them involved. Throw the ball. It's time for a comeback.
And it could get scary right here. They need this first down.
Kim takes a handoff, runs up the middle. He is stopped short. 4th down and 1 from the 40. I know it's still the third quarter, but you're almost at midfield. Do you go for this, or is it just too soon?
I would go for it, but I don't think they're going to.
Special teams unit on the field to punt it away. We've seen fake punts before.
They're very successful.
High snap hauled in. Punt is away. Allen takes it back at his 21-yard line, brings it up to the 26. And a crucial drive for Chicago to try to make a stop here to keep this game competitive.
They have 1 interception. If there was a time for a pick 6, it's now.
Free play as somebody on the Chicago defense jumped off sides. Hollywood stuffed at the line.
That's you're so far behind, and you don't need to give away free pitch.
You talking about how Dunhill's not really playing like a rookie. You know, I mean, so far 12 of 23, 220 yards. You know, he has that pick from earlier, but he also has a touchdown on the board now. 52% completion percentage. Not a bad day so far for the rookie. That's the end of the third quarter. Atlanta Swarm 34, Chicago Wildcats 14. First down and 5 for Dunhill. Hands the ball off to Hollywood, runs it up the middle for a gain of 3, brings up a second down and 2. Taking a look at the stats of both running backs, Hollywood, 204 yards and 3 touchdowns. Kim with only 55 yards, no touchdowns. Definitely a tale of two different running backs here today.
And yeah, that long run. It's been long runs for everybody, but Hollywood's been just more consistent with the big plays.
Dunhill to throw, checks it down to the left-hand side. That was Hollywood that brought it in. Actually ended up losing a yard on the play. Third down and 3.
That's a little bit questionable.
Well, do you think at this point, you know, I mean, we are in the fourth quarter. Atlanta might be just making whatever safe play they can, whether it be a run or a pass.
Well, just run it to Hollywood then. You know,
just
he's not going to lose.
Feed the beast. Not the altered beast, though. He's on a different team.
Oh,
another free play for Atlanta. Going deep over the middle, overthrows his receiver. But that is going to be an automatic first down, which is killer. Killer, because if you just stayed on your own side, fourth down, you get the ball back.
You can shoot themselves in the foot. I don't know.
If there's one thing Atlanta did not need, it was free first downs.
Now they got to dust themselves off, the defense, and get stout again.
So first and 10 for Atlanta from their own 38-yard line. 10 minutes to go here in the opening Week 1 game here today on Saturday. Dunhill changing the play at the line. 3 receivers out to the left-hand side. Dunhill to throw. Steps up in the pocket, but he is wrapped up and brought down for the sack.
Good old CC on the play. Just bull rushes right past the O-lineman, and that's what they needed. Now they got to, keep it short and simple on this second down. You might get Atlanta to take a chance they don't need to take.
Once again, the 4 receiver set for Atlanta. Dunhill under center. He will pass. Checks it down to Hollywood. Tries to spin his way past the tackler. Can't do it. Tackled at the 35-yard line. Brings up a third down and a long 13 yards.
Yeah, that play kind of makes sense again. It's not half the distance, but 13 yards. I don't know. It's only 2 yards, but it seems like a lot bigger deal.
Dunhill in the gun. High snap. Corrals it. Steps up into the pocket. Throws down the right-hand side. Complete to Falco for another first down all the way up to midfield. Steps out of bounds, stopping the clock with 9:01 to go.
That's a backbreaker. Let's see what we're looking at here. Dunhill has all day to throw, and then, yeah, definitely got that 1 foot in, so no challenge incoming.
Dunhill hands the ball off to Hollywood, stuffed right at the line this time. Still averaging 9.3 yards per carry, even after a gain of nothing.
Yeah, you probably see some diminishing returns. They're just going to run him to kill some clock, but no matter what happens, he's had a stupendous day.
Dunhill content to let the clock tick down here. Back to pass. Checks it down to Hollywood. Tackled after a short gain. Brings up a third down and 8 at the Chicago 36-yard line.
We know what happened after the last check down. They got a first down, so see if the pattern holds true. Chicago cannot allow a field goal at this point in the game.
Third down and 8. 4 receivers set. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Dunhill back to pass, throwing down the left-hand side into coverage, and it is picked off by the Chicago defense. Jesse Vick with the interception.
Vick just playing the man, looking back and
And Vick with his first career interception, another fellow rookie. He was actually the 5th overall pick in the draft, and when you draft a corner that high, you really expect to get something out of him. And just like that, in his first career game, gets an interception that could still potentially save the day for Chicago. King back to pass, checks it down to Kim on the left side. He has to reestablish his footing, and that cost him. Brings up a 2nd down and 10 as he's tackled right back at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know if Chicago's shell-shocked. I don't know what's going on, but it's not the big play you need.
2nd down and 10 as the clock ticks away. Need to see a little bit more urgency out of Chicago before this game gets completely out of hand. 4 receiver set. King back to throw. Oh, under pressure. The ball is wobbly as it makes its way to the receiver. Incomplete pass.
Matt got in the way.
3rd down and 10.
Now this would be a situation where I don't care where you are on the field. I throw the ball. If I don't get it, I go for it. There's not enough time left.
It's a 3-score game, 7 minutes to go. It seems risky, but I agree. But let's see what happens here on 3rd down as King's back to throw. Throws it over the middle, complete to Carter. Only gains 5. I think you got to go for it, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, what choice do you have? However, I do see the offense trotting off the field.
And it looks like they will punt it away. Going to put things back on the defense again. Punt taken back at the 40, returned up to the 46-yard line. And Dunhill going to come back out on the field again to continue his rookie debut. 16 of 28, 236 yards with a 57% completion percentage. Touchdown, 2 picks. Rating is 67. Not a bad rookie debut. I mean, it obviously helps when you have a back like BDG Hollywood to kind of make things a little bit less strenuous for you.
Without Hollywood, this would be a really, really close game.
Dunhill throws it down to the right side, finds Chisholm, who slides his way out of bounds after a gain of 6 yards. 2nd down and 4.
So I'm Atlanta here. Hollywood. Then you evaluate, but you got to run some clock and just, I mean, you can break another one. It's perfectly possible.
With the kind of day that BDG Hollywood has had, I think you're right, Matt. You just keep handing it off to him over and over and over and see what he does. Hand it off to him here. I think the Chicago defense may have finally figured him out as they bring him to a stop behind the line for a loss, 3rd and 6. But too little too late, I think, to figure out how to finally stop Hollywood.
Yes, as JoJo would say, just a little too late.
Under 6 to go here, 3rd and 6 from midfield. Dunhill under center. Dunhill to pass, throws the ball over to the left-hand side.
Oh, that's big for Chicago.
It's caught by Chisholm. 4th down and 1. He was a yard shy of the sticks. His momentum carried him right out of bounds.
And he didn't get a 1st down. It stops the clock. That is the worst thing that you could possibly have happened. Oh, no. What is Chicago doing?
The home team are challenging.
Are they
Chicago
happy?
challenging the catch. Kind of a somewhat questionable challenge is, it was still 4th down. You know that Atlanta was going to punt this.
Yeah, you don't have to blow a timeout here. They're critical. Like air. He's clearly in bounds, so.
He was in. I think this is going to cost Chicago a timeout. Ruling on the field stands. It was complete. It will still be 4th down and 1.
Is Shan drinking
Well,
on the sidelines? I don't know what the heck he's thinking there.
he could be. I mean, from my vantage point here, it looks like he's taking a nap on a couch. But
Well, who's running the team? Maybe that's a problem.
We won't even say what he just pretended to do.
He gave us the California Howdy, probably. For anyone's familiar with the Beverly Hillbillies remake.
Atlanta will punt the ball away. Chicago will get another shot at it. Ball bounces down to the 5, to the 4. And his momentum did carry him in. I thought they might have marked it right down at the 1, but
Now, the two owners, are they staying in the same room together?
I'm not sure.
Give us a little shade or shade. Little wave or a little head bob if you are. Because someone might
They're
be
sharing rooms. Oh, yeah.
Someone's going to be on the floor tonight then.
So was there? I wonder if there was some kind of bet pre-game where like someone's going to have to sleep like on the bathroom floor or something. He's going to have to wear an Atlanta shirt. All right. So we're going to be seeing Shan Varner walking around in an Atlanta shirt. Looks like for the rest of the convention, unless of course his Wildcats can turn things around. 5.5 to go here in the game. Down 3 scores. It's a tall order, but Matt, we've seen crazier things happen.
Maybe.
Racking his brain, trying to think of the crazier things.
I've got 5 seasons worth of SFL knowledge, but I think maybe Ramos would know, but he's not here.
King throws it down to Kim on the left-hand side. He gains the first down. Brings his way up to the 31-yard line and gets out of bounds, stops the clock. 5 minutes, 16 seconds to go.
Yeah, what was that blocking in the first half? Linemen get out there and just do their job finally.
At this point, though, I think we're going to need to see some bigger chunk plays out of the team.
Well, if they're on like 2,000 plays at 1 second apiece, they might have a chance.
King under center here on first down from the 31-yard line. King back to pass, finds Kim open on the right-hand side. Gain of 4, and we see the hurry up.
There were no blockers in sight for Kim on that one.
No, he was out on his own.
This is a tough set to throw out of.
Not the greatest formation to have your no huddle.
Okay.
Now Kim's got some blockers out in front of him. Finding his seam, down to the 50, down to the 40.
He didn't get out of bounds.
He was so cool, I thought he did.
Don't throw it to Kim again, he might die.
If only they had 3 timeouts. King back to pass, throws it to Kim again. Slowly makes his way over to the sideline and finally does get out of bounds.
Wake up, Shan, wake up.
His head popped up from the down it goes.
Quality coaching right there.
Somebody go poke Shan. I want to make sure he's still with us.
Be careful, he might be a bear.
Well, okay. A sign of life has been seen.
He's alive. Maybe his team would be if they could throw a touchdown pass right here.
4 receiver set. King alone in the backfield. King back to pass, looking deep over the middle, and it is incomplete. 3rd down and 9.
I'm watching the receivers. These are really long routes with no urgency on them at all. I just send someone. Hell, send Shan down the field with a lunchbox. See if he can grab the ball. Somebody go down the field.
Alex Zeli, the intended target on that play.
Lunchbox, because Shan gets hungry when he runs.
0 catches. They've targeted Zeli 5 times.
Looks like a Hail Mary. What is he doing?
King back to throw. Going deep down the left side and into quintuple coverage. Pass is broken up, brings up a 4th down and 9, and now you have to go for it.
Yeah, you just dial up your best first down play. You're not worried about getting...
You don't need the touchdown right here.
Yeah.
It would help.
This game's over if you don't get a first down, so... I mean, virtually. So just run your best 10-yard play, not 9. Well, run at 10 just to be sure. Pass the sticks.
King to pass. Deep down the left-hand side. And nearly intercepted. And Atlanta will take back over and quite likely take the game.
Cat's on the spot there. That's a fade. He's looking to the end zone, and the ball is underthrown. You just need to float it out there. Let him go jumping. Lay out for it. Just lay out for it. It doesn't be a touchdown.
One final word from the SFL.
SFL fans, make sure you order your custom SFL merchandise from the league store on simulationfl.net. Just click the shop button through the site navigation where you can order what you see or exactly what you want. This is your league. This is your shop. Order now from Richards Printworks on sfl.net.
No gain on the play for Hollywood. Second down and 10 from the Atlanta 37. Clock is rolling. 3 minutes and 40 seconds here to go.
Good old Richards Printworks. I'm wearing one of the shirts right now, my Hall of Fame shirt.
Your Hall of Fame shirt. You look good, Matt. You look good in the black and gold.
I would encourage everyone to buy from Richards Printworks. Only the best materials.
I got myself a pretty slick Mexico City Aztecs mini helmet. Custom made.
I got a Santa Fe Gorillas helmet because I love the
How'd
orange.
you get a Santa Fe Gorillas helmet?
I don't know. Some crazy person brought it over.
You're welcome. Third down and 14. 3 minutes to go. Dunhill under center. 3 receiver set. Dunhill hands the ball off on a delayed draw to Hollywood. Gave the Chicago defense time to react. Short gain on the play brings up a 4th down and 12, and we will see Chicago try to make one last-ditch effort to do something with this game.
Yeah, they're going to get the ball, but I think it's going to be close. They run the clock all the way down. They punt it. Chicago might get an extra timeout with a 2-minute warning. It depends on the return. On the return, man, I'm just fair catching it.
Letting the clock run all the way down to 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Punt is away. Oh, nearly blocked. Carter takes it back at the 26-yard line, gets it up to the 31.
He did his job. He saved him a timeout. So I have 3 timeouts now.
That's right. He earned that timeout back, Shan.
Time to wake up the offense like Shan on the couch.
Shan is not impressed. Oh, he smiled. Maybe he is impressed.
He's drinking. Diet Pepsi.
E.T. King in the gun. 4 receiver set. King back to throw. Oh, and he is brought down for a sack. Two-minute warning here in Chicago. Atlanta Swarm 34, Chicago 14.
Just let it rip. Let it rip.
King backs pass going deep down the left-hand side. Has a man caught by Kendall Gilbert all the way up at midfield for a first down. 6 receptions, 72 yards, and a touchdown for Gilbert.
That's what they're looking for before. This time, he puts it right on the money. E.T. King. It's a bit of a wobbler. It doesn't matter. And a nice one-handed grab. Come on, catch it. That's just the fans. They're excited.
Patrick Ketz in the chat. Won't lie, background noise is annoying. Well, we're here at the convention. There's going to be some noise. Oh, King ducks and avoids the sack. Oh, barely gets the ball away. Chuck it into the ground. At least stops the clock. Second down and 10. We have 2 games going live here at the SFL convention. We'll be going back and forth like this all day. Yeah, you're going to hear a little bit from both games at the same time.
Deal with it.
Nice, Matt. Nice.
Hey, I'm only here for number 1.
2nd down and 10. King alone in the backfield. He's in the gun. King to pass. Quick throw down the left-hand side. Caught one-handed by Kendall Gilbert. And Chicago burns their 2nd timeout. 1st down and 10 from the Atlanta 18-yard line.
I can't tell if Atlanta's running their starters or backups, but I'll take it. I'm a Chicago fan.
It looks like the backups might be in at this point. That was Durant Williams in on coverage.
Oh.
King under center. Quick pass over the right-hand side. Looks like that was to Carter. Gain of 5. 2nd down and 5.
Better hurry.
King, there's no time to change the play at the line, buddy.
Oh, God, King.
King saw something that he liked. Back to pass. Checks it down to Kim. And a loss of 2 on the play. Chicago burns their final timeout.
I didn't see what he saw, but I'm the third quarterback. It's got to go in the end zone at the 1. You can't just dump it off. Looks like Atlanta's ready with this set. It's like a 3-2.
King in the gun. 5 receiver set. King takes the snap, looking towards the end zone, throwing it deep into the corner, and he has Gilbert for another touchdown.
I was on a quarter route, and against a not as highly paid man, it was a little bit easier, probably. But the onside kick, and if they recover, it's a 2-score game.
2-score game. You know, I mean, like I said, we've seen crazier things happen. How many times have you seen like 4 or 5 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes of an SFL game? It happens. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Shan needs to wake up.
Fortunately, Chicago's burned all their timeouts. So one Atlanta possession, it's over.
I mean, Mark's right next to him. We should just smack him. Of course, Mark's loving the game, so, you know. Extra point is up and through. 34-21, Swarm over the Wildcats.
You know, whatever happens, Shan should cheer up. He still put more points on the board than we did last night.
That's true. Of course, that's not a very high bar.
No.
I don't even remember how many points we scored, but it was...
I blacked out at halftime. Oh, no.
Onside kick easily recovered by Atlanta. And with no timeouts, that will be your ball game, as Atlanta can now just kneel the ball away. And Dunhill, with his rookie debut, coming out with a win. Much of that, obviously, on the heels of BDG Hollywood. 26 carries, over 200 yards, and 3 touchdowns. I think for sure he would be the player of the game.
Dunhill should just retire now. He'd be undefeated.
I don't think he's going to retire quite yet, Matt. We've got a full slate of games this afternoon. We have, obviously, this one that just wrapped up. We have DeMond and Andy over in the next room with Dallas at Oklahoma City, but they're going to be all afternoon long. We have, Sioux Falls at Tulsa. Colin and Rick will be on that call. San Francisco at Las Vegas with Andy and Shan. London at St. Louis with Michael and Levant. Baltimore at Carolina with Eric and Max. And Houston at Queen City to round out the night tonight. Cam and Steven back on that call. And we even have 2 more games tomorrow. At noon, Indianapolis at Tallahassee, and then Vancouver in Denver. Excuse me, Indianapolis at Tallahassee will be Michael Truello and DeMond Simeon on the call. Vancouver at Denver next. After that, with you and I, Matt, we'll be back at it.
I hope I'm still alive.
You'll be fine. I have faith in you.
I'm living off rations over here.
That is going to be your final score. The Atlanta Swarm 34, Chicago Wildcats 21. Matt, final thoughts on the game?
Hollywood's a monster. Back to the drawing board for Chicago.
So we take a look at the final stats here in Chicago. Atlanta, 450 total yards. And they just won the time of possession and the turnover battle.
Yeah, and I mean, Chicago was going to have probably less than 100 yards less than the starters have been in the whole game. So that defense in Atlanta is scary.
That's it from Chicago here. Stay tuned all day. As I said, we've got games for you all day today, all day tomorrow. This is the SFL Network presented by APM Music. Enjoy your day, everybody.